Reason 2. Apple considers Jungkook a gateway to East Asian cultural relevance. Apple's global strategy and its soft power gaps in Asia. Apple dominates Western markets, particularly North America and Europe, through ecosystem lock-in and brand loyalty. However, Apple's hold on East Asia, especially Korea and parts of Southeast Asia, is contested by homegrown brands like Samsung, Huawei, and Xiaomi. Apple's growth in these territories depends on expanding cultural credibility, not just product innovation. Jungkook, with his Pan-Asian appeal and Western recognition, is seen as a strategic solution. Unlike other pop stars, Jungkook bridges cultural expectations with near-universal neutrality. He's not overly aligned with one political or commercial bloc. This neutrality is valuable to Apple, which must navigate geopolitical sensitivities while expanding its regional foothold. Apple's silence on celebrity ambassadors and why that's changing. Historically, Apple has avoided explicit celebrity endorsements. Its brand identity is built on design excellence, product innovation, and user experience, not personalities. But in the current media landscape, product innovation alone is no longer sufficient to drive consumer shifts, especially among younger demographics. Apple has started using more subtle influencer integrations, including stylized campaigns, music tie-ins, and silent brand placements. Jungkook fits this mold. He has been seen using Apple devices multiple times, even without official collaboration, prompting speculation about potential behind-the-scenes brand alignment. Industry insiders point to Apple's increased interest in music-centric influencers with global clout. Jungkook, being a solo artist, producer, and content creator, aligns perfectly with Apple's push into creative tools like Final Cut Pro for iPad, iOS music creation, and Vision Pro 10R applications. These tools aren't just for tech enthusiasts. They're meant for cultural leaders who inspire everyday users to explore creativity. The creator economy and product positioning. Apple's current growth strategy targets content creators, not just tech consumers. Jungkook is the prototype for Apple's aspirational user. He records music, edits visual content, participates in high-level broadcast production, and engages with fans across multiple formats. Whether through iPhone camera integration, AirPods for studio use, or iPads for lyric writing and digital sketching, Jungkook demonstrates multimodal product usage in real-world scenarios. This isn't hypothetical. In social posts, live streams, and behind-the-scenes footage, fans have noted his use of Apple gear across personal and professional spaces. Apple recognizes that while the product ecosystem is the core offering, consumer aspiration is driven by how influential users integrate those products. Jungkook subtly creates that aspirational space, one where creativity, excellence, and authenticity coexist. Brand expansion into lifestyle and wellness. Apple's recent forays into health, mindfulness, and personal well-being position it more as a lifestyle brand than a tech company. Jungkook's public image as someone focused on fitness, emotional balance, and artistic fulfillment naturally supports this narrative. Apple's marketing team looks for individuals whose behavior naturally reflects the brand's evolution. In Jungkook, they see a candidate whose influence transcends music and merges into personal wellness, smart lifestyle integration, and a digitally empowered life. This makes him highly compatible with future product campaigns related to Apple Watch, fitness, jeon, AirPods Pro, and Vision Pro. Strategic hedge against competitors' use of Jungkook. From a competitive standpoint, Apple understands that figures like Jungkook don't remain unattached forever. If a direct competitor like Samsung, Sony, or Meta solidifies a multi-year exclusive partnership, it could jeopardize Apple's reach among younger Asian consumers. There is strong incentive, therefore, to at least remain in neutral collaboration with Jungkook, or, ideally, secure an exclusive role. Apple's internal strategic planning often involves talent exclusivity hedging. According to reports from advertising industry consultants, Apple has considered engaging Jungkook not through traditional endorsements, but through direct integration into Apple Music, Apple TV, Yawon documentaries, or AR/VR experiences as a beta face. This more subtle form of association allows Apple to retain its clean brand identity while benefiting from Jungkook's massive cultural influence. Consumer data and cross-platform consumption patterns. Apple also uses anonymized consumption data to track what types of music and media drive behavior on its platforms. Jungkook-related content, especially from BTS's global heyday and his solo efforts, consistently ranks in top performance metrics in South Korea, Japan, Thailand, Indonesia, and Taiwan. What's notable is that this data doesn't merely show listening or viewership, it reveals purchasing patterns, device usage duration, and app integration behaviors. For Apple, this insight supports the business case for aligning with Jungkook. His fandom is not passive. It is technologically active, with above-average consumption of iOS-compatible content, including podcasts, Apple Music, Apple TV Yawon, and App Store downloads. Reason 1. Samsung's global strategy still prioritizes Jungkook's unique appeal. The intersection of tech and entertainment. Samsung, as a dominant South Korean multinational, has long understood the need to align itself with cultural influencers who operate across multiple media ecosystems. Jungkook is not just a music icon. He represents a fusion of technology, performance, and lifestyle that resonates with Samsung's core values. In previous collaborations, including during BTS's global endorsement era, Samsung observed a direct correlation between Jungkook's personal brand and device-related consumer activity, especially on social platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Weverse. Jungkook's role in driving product virality cannot be overstated. When he used specific Galaxy models or shared photos taken with Samsung phones, engagement rates spiked. These were not paid campaigns, they were organic content that generated multi-platform traction. Samsung sees this kind of implicit brand amplification as a critical asset, especially in a saturated tech marketplace where ad fatigue and influencer oversaturation can dampen performance. Digital influence and hardware differentiation. Samsung faces unique challenges compared to competitors like Apple. While Apple has created an ecosystem driven by design loyalty, Samsung must constantly innovate to maintain its edge in Android markets. Jungkook, with his image of sleek modernity, high-end aesthetics, and performance excellence, naturally mirrors Samsung's messaging around its Galaxy line, particularly foldables and flagship series models. More importantly, Jungkook is a digital native who seamlessly integrates technology into performance and lifestyle contexts. Whether it's gaming, content creation, or studio work, his life is a case study in applied tech usage. Samsung leverages this narrative to differentiate its products from competitors focused solely on hardware specs. In Jungkook, they see a face who not only uses the product but validates its relevance to contemporary life. Regional domination and local loyalty. Samsung is headquartered in South Korea, and national pride plays a role in its global branding strategy. Jungkook embodies modern Korean excellence, global yet distinctly Korean. For Samsung, maintaining a long-term relationship with Jungkook supports domestic brand loyalty while enhancing credibility in emerging markets. Southeast Asia, the Middle East, and Latin America, all regions where Samsung dominates, also happen to be areas where Jungkook's solo and BTS fandoms are among the most active. This is a strategic match. While Samsung uses global marketing tactics, it relies on localized emotional and cultural leverage to maintain brand leadership. Jungkook bridges both, offering international star power and regional cultural authority. Post-BTS partnerships and continued integration? Even after BTS's official group activities paused, Samsung has not distanced itself from Jungkook. While public-facing campaigns slowed, internal conversations based on industry reports and insider statements indicate Samsung's interest in maintaining access to Jungkook for post-enlistment product launches. Samsung is reportedly building influencer strategies around its AI initiatives and mobile innovation campaigns, and Jungkook is seen as a core figure capable of anchoring that phase. In technical branding terms, Jungkook isn't just a legacy ambassador, he's considered a residual multiplier. This means his prior association continues to drive results even without active campaigns. Few celebrities deliver this kind of long-tail brand value, and Samsung is aware of that. Fan-driven commercial behavior. Samsung has long capitalized on fandom-driven behavior. When Jungkook was shown using a Samsung product, even casually, his fans routinely amplified the moment into purchasing campaigns. Hashtags like Jungkook phone and Galaxy with JK trended organically, pushing sales without direct expenditure. For a tech company seeking to optimize marketing ROI, this level of unpaid exposure is strategically invaluable. No other individual or idol group consistently drives both hardware engagement and retail demand like Jungkook. Samsung's pursuit is not emotional or patriotic. It is driven by solid numbers, consistent conversion, and a rare alignment of identity, technology, and behavior.